All right, so there's this job site up in Fort Collins that's giving away countertops for free right now, but they have to be picked up today. So me and my dad are gonna bring our trailer and we're gonna run up there and we're gonna snag a couple slabs. They're pretty nice, they're quartz countertops. We're gonna have to build a little rack to hold the slabs, and then yeah, we'll have to drive forever to get them, but let's see how it goes. So that's our material for our rack. Now I've got this thing in the back of my truck, big old inverter, 5,000 watts. So I can turn that on. It'll power the compressor, which is in the back of my truck. I don't know if you can hear it, but it just kicked on. So we can run a nail gun, so that way we can build this rack real quick and pick up these slabs. Oh, that's funny. Do you think we need to do like angled cuts on the whatever they're called?
I don't think they have to be angled at all. I think we can just make the angle. I think we just want to build them. I think we just want to build them all to, you know, to the same pattern. So like,
right.
Make one.
Are these 10 footers?
10 they're 10s, yeah. But you got 10s. Like I was returning.
5 footers. Then how much of an angle do you think?
I mean, I almost think we should do it just roughly like this picture.
Uh-huh.
You know, this is probably like, maybe it's a foot of the, maybe it's 6 inches of slope.
Uh-huh. Hopefully that'll stay. I said hopefully that'll stay. I've seen all these people doing this strap thing. I don't know if I got it right, but I don't know. I just winged it. I wung it. And hopefully it stays. Here's our free countertops.
This one.
And all these too. Like heck, I'll make my bathroom counters out of that. There we go, a bunch of free countertops. Now the question is if we can make the drive home without crushing anybody. We made it back. Our little A-frame thing held together. All the slabs are still in one piece, and we've got our forklift here. So this is our forklift we use for the construction side of the business, or rather this is construction too, but you know what I mean. Our construction for clients kind of thing. So it was on another job, not getting used, so we just brought it here, partially for storage, but also I'll get to use it to, I don't know, move trash. In this case, unload some countertops. I'm sure I'll rip down the deck with it at some point. We'll get to do lots of fun stuff with it. So we've got these straps here. We're gonna attempt to pull this whole rack off in one pick. which is the forklift has plenty of capacity for, but it's more just a question of if we're going to die when we do that. But we shall see. These are long, so I think we could choke these two on this side. I think these are 30s, if I remember correctly, and this is a 20. I think if we choke both, just because these are wider, you know? Yeah, because we'll be doubling back the extra 4 feet. So we'll be 8 foot closer.
That's probably high enough, right?
Yeah. We can use just one of the shackles on the side if we want. I guess it doesn't matter either way. I would think so. Yeah. Countertops are in the shop. It was a bit of an adventure today, getting that taken care of. Quite a bit of driving, probably 4 or 5 hours of driving, or rather 4 or 5 hours of riding for me. I just rolled with my dad. Fortunately, he wanted to come along, because since there's some extra countertops, there's enough that if I don't use them all, or if my dad doesn't end up wanting to use them on his house, then we can probably sell them and turn a little profit out of it. So hopefully it'll be worth our time. He was seeming to think that like each slab would be worth at least like 600 bucks brand new. So we'd sell them for cheaper than that. Hopefully make a little money if we, like I said, if we don't end up using them. But yeah, I think that could be a pretty good side gig. And if at the very least, we got some nice quartz countertops for my house. Well, my truck is all nice and clean now. Now I think it's high time I finally clean this freaking house up a little bit. It's quite the mess we've got here. There's just stuff all over, random half a staircase there. Don't even get me started on the basement. I think that's gonna be the first thing I do, just so that way I can have it done, and it will really just help me feel a lot less overwhelmed around everything. So fortunately for me, Troy has a broom, which is great. I still haven't gotten a broom yet. As you guys know, Troy is the GOAT of this project, so he's responsible for all the good things here. Having the house just a little bit cleaner seriously takes such a massive toll off of my mind, and just being in a cleaner environment, even something as simple as having the back of my truck cleaned up is just massive in terms of the stress load that I have as a person. Check it out, broom cam. Get swept. How to sweep you off your feet. I think this room is gonna be my beautiful. All right, so now with the house being not perfectly clean, but a heck of a lot cleaner than it was, we're now ready to start working and buttoning up the last couple bits of framing. Let me just show you those real quick. So first up, we've got this section of wall. The bottom plate was cut out when he dug out around that post. So we'll need to rerun that green plate, rerun the bottom plate, and patch some studs in there. Not a huge deal. In this back bathroom, we've got to reframe this wall across here, all the way up. Pretty simple. I'll probably add a header in here to get our height there so I can put a door in eventually. Then I just need to frame in over here, and I think that should button it up. Oh, and the man himself is back. Oh yeah, oh yes. This is gonna be delightful. Look at our copper recycle pile. My plan for today started out a little different, even as you just saw. I said we were gonna be doing some framing, but then my dad showed up and we were able to get a start on the HVAC. which is really great because that's something that I don't really have experience with, so I'm kind of learning as we go. But thankfully my dad has a bunch of experience and he's willing to share it with me, and we will in turn share it with you. How many do you think I have to do in this? I must say, while assembling these trunks, I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected to. I've always been a framer, and framing has always been the #1 thing that I enjoyed and that I spent most of my time doing. But I must say that putting together these trunks and assembling it all and even putting the Pookie on was really a fun experience. And of course, it's saving me a lot of money. That's our supply and our return trunks, all assembled and Pookied on 3 sides. That concludes the second most appetizing part of the day. Now for the most appetizing part of the day, we're gonna mess with the ejector pit, which is sort of like a garbage disposal for your poop, just so you know. How close is it lining up with that pipe?
Well, we're just over the top of it, so we have to go down probably like 6 more inches. But
Okay.
we're only 3 inches up here, so that means we probably are gonna have to chip some of the concrete out. What I'm thinking is, if we cut this dude right behind this here, then we can probably, if we just put a coupler on it and nothing more, that'll probably be enough throw to get us into the ejector pit. And then I think we have a couple of different fittings here. This guy here, that will go in there, and then we basically set this up to seal to it. So that's for 4 inches. But I think there's another one to push it down.
All right, so there's a few things we gotta wait on with both the ejector pit and with the HVAC stuff. Right, we're basically waiting on Pookie, is what it's called, to dry on the trunks. So what we're gonna do is I picked up some more plywood and we're gonna sheet the floor of my little storage loft thing. And then I think we're gonna patch some of the holes in this subfloor. I think I can just take a full sheet to start. I wish the camera could see what Troy is doing right now. Something amazing, I guess. Okay, this is gonna be interesting because I need to somehow get under this pipe. I'll probably need you to climb in here. Would you just make sure I don't hit the camera with the sheet? So now go flat and then lift up so we can pull towards you. Oh, it's close. Oh, we're gonna make it. And then I'll just start all the way to this side. And then I might have you just kind of spot me on the wires, because I have some of those wires underneath. Oh. And that's good all the way to the end. Okay, and I think in order to get this wire through it, oh wait, I can pull enough slack, or can I? Oh yeah, this thing's going nowhere. Beautiful. Look at that nifty little storage spot. There we go. All this dead space is now usable storage space. Got my little door over there so I can continue to fulfill the American dream of buying too much stuff on Amazon. Now we're gonna patch the floor up. All right, so the easiest way to patch subfloor is we don't wanna cut a piece that fits the hole that's here. We're actually just gonna cut a square piece and then we'll cut the hole to be the same shape as that. So I'll have Troy cut me an 11-inch by 8.5-inch rectangle. It looks like some nails were pulled out of this, so I might replace some of those. Or I might put some screws in this piece just to make sure it's strong. These screws are the Power Pro. They're pretty good. I wouldn't necessarily recommend them for framing stuff, but they work great for subfloor. So I can set my piece. I'll just trace it on there. Clean out all this stuff so we can put some glue back in there. Get a lot of glue in there just to really be safe. There we go. That is how you do a floor patch. Now this one over here is gonna be interesting. I feel like we'll be able to save the big piece and we'll just have to block the seam.
And just cut this side.
Well, honestly, we might just reuse all of it, but we'll just pull it up, re-glue it, and block this seam because they cut the tongue and groove there. And then we will just cut this one. Well, I could recut that one as a rectangle. Oh yeah! Okay, would you snap these line for me? Yeah. Now that'll put us where we're actually breaking on the middle of the pier. All right, I'm just gonna re-glue that. Before I re-glue it, we'll run some blocks in here. I'll take 13 7/8, 14 1/4, and 13. Last little block, 8.5 inches. that's it for today. We, again, got a pretty good chunk done. We got started on the HVAC. We got the main trunks pre-assembled and pookied on 3 sides, which is a great help. That's a big chunk of it. I mean, there's gonna be a lot more small detail work that I'm gonna have to do on the HVAC, but we got a good head start on that. I'm also really excited. We got really, really close to finishing up the framing. I just need to basically add a couple anchor bolts in that bottom plate that's near the ejector pit. We also got kind of a start on the ejector pit. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of different avenues that we got some progress on for today, which I'm super excited about, including patching the floor. That was a small thing that is, you know, just a good thing to have done, because the floor is a little safer to walk on. It's a simple thing that just brings the interior closer and closer to being done. So I think tomorrow what I'm gonna be doing is I'm actually going to doing similar kind of patches as what we did with the subfloor, but with the exterior. And that should help button that up and get us ready for exterior insulation or siding when we're ready for that, which is gonna be awesome. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching and hanging out, and I'll catch you tomorrow.